Welcome to my booktube. Hey, it is September now. I'm very excited. I love September. There's something about fall and this month that just always feels so cool and refreshing. A great time for a reset. I think that probably has to do with school and September typically being back to school, but I haven't been to school in years and I still get those vibes and I love that. So I'm here to share my TBR for Bookopoly and I'm really excited. If you don't know how Bookopoly works, Becca over at Becca and the Books has her own Monopoly board that she has created into a Bookopoly board to decide her prompts every month. And so she's created a whole new board for a readathon for all of us. So this is Bookoplathon, which is what I'm participating in this month and I'm really excited. I also followed Becca and she usually has 5 roles, because I do have some buddy reads and other things going on, but I also really wanted to challenge myself. If you don't know how it works, is you roll the dice and you move around the board and whatever you land on, that is your prompt to pick a book. And if you roll a double, it means that you have to roll again and add an additional book to your TBR. As you can see, this is my TBR shelf, so it is just as full as it was in August. It's going to be another really busy month for me, but I do have a whole week off. I'm going camping with my family, so I'm hoping that I'll get a lot of reading done during that time because my mom and my grandma also like to read, and my grandpa and my fiance and my stepdad are all very chill, so I imagine it'll be quite the relaxing trip. So, to get into my rolls. So this one is a translated book. So for that I decided to go with Blood of Elves by Andrzej Sapkowski. So this is the first full book in the Witcher series. There are 2 sets of short stories that come before this. I'm almost done. Sword of Destiny, which is the second set of short stories, so I'm just about to finish this. So I do want to pick this one up in September, and that one I've been like casually reading over a couple months now. So I did want to count that one towards the prompt because I really want to get started on the rest of the series finally. So I rolled a double right away, increasing the challenge right off the bat. I thought I landed on chance and I picked The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Rae Carson. This I have been dying to get to. I'm so excited because I got The Empire of Dreams by Rae Carson in a Magical Reads crate box and I read it and I flew through it and I just loved it. And apparently that was a side story of one of the characters in this series, so I really wanted to read this one because I enjoyed that one so much. There's something about the feeling of that book that just felt so nostalgic to me, even though the story was not one that I had heard before, but I don't know, I really liked it. So I liked her writing style, I liked the characters, I liked the way that the story was told, so I really want to get to this one, and this one was one of the shorter books on here at 434 pages. I'm really excited to read this one. Audiobook. Okay, so because I'm reading this on audiobook, I don't have the physical book yet, so I will be reading Starsight by Brandon Sanderson, which follows Skyward. So I'm holding this up because I don't own Starsight yet. I'm listening to it on audiobook because I do want to buy it in paperback because all of my Sanderson books are in paperback. So yeah, I'll be listening to that one on audio. I read this one last month for my newts, so I'm really excited to be reading the next book for Bookoplathon. And we landed on Becca Rec. So this is a book that would be recommended by Becca, and I couldn't think of anything more fitting than Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I have read the entire Throne of Glass series, and I really liked that. I'm not sure that I'm that interested in A Court of Thorns and Roses. I might pick it up just to see what it's all about, but I don't know if it's for me, so I'm unsure how much I'm going to like this one, but I've heard really good things about it so far. I've also seen some rant reviews about it, so I'm excited to dive into this myself. It does sound like it's a bit different from what I typically read, but it's still fantasy, so I want to give it a try. Own Voices. So for Own Voices, I picked Becoming by Michelle Obama. I have heard so many good things about this book, how empowering it is. I also heard that she narrates her audiobook, so I'm tempted to read it, but I'm also really tempted to listen to it on audio. Really, really excited because I just think Michelle Obama is a fantastic and empowering woman, and I'm really excited to read this as well. Set in the future. So I forgot to grab this one from my shelf over there, so it's not in here yet, and now I'm seeing that I've really done myself in. But the one that I picked for the book Set in the Future is Goddess in the Machine by Laura Beth Johnson. I just got this in Owl Crate last month, so it sounds really fun. I've been getting into sci-fi recently, so I really do want to pick this up, and it's got sprayed edges. Look at these golden pages. I love those. Ugh, it's just beautiful. Yeah, this one sounded interesting. It sounds promising. I do want to give it a try. I have been enjoying everything sci-fi that I've read so far, so I hope that this will not disappoint. Okay, so that is it for my roles for the Bookoplathon, but I do have a bunch of buddy reads. I really, really want to participate in the Stormlight read-along, so that means I'm also going to be reading The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and she's a big book. Like, this is the shortest in the Stormlight Archive. This one is 1001 pages, so I do know that this is going to be a big undertaking, but I'm just feeling super hyped after how great I did with Newts in August, so I'm determined to be able to do this. But I might listen to pieces of this on audio just so that I can keep things going, but I really want to read this. I've loved everything I've read by him so far, which is 2 books. I've only read The Final Empire and Skyward so far, but I really liked them, and I've heard such good things about this, and they're doing a read-along, which makes it so much more exciting because I haven't done very many buddy reads yet, and so this just sounds, yeah, I have to. I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. And next is another buddy read that I have going on. So this is with Tawny over at Tawny Reads. Her and I read The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson together last month, so there is no surprise that we will be reading The Well of Ascension. So this is the second in the Mistborn trilogy, and I'm dying to get to this. This one I will probably also be listening to on audiobook because I finished The Final Empire on audiobook, but I'm not sure. I might also physically read this one because I did physically read The Final Empire the first time I read it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this is another big book, and my 3rd Sanderson one this month. But that's fine, because I really, really like his writing style. It's really straightforward, but his world building is so good, and his magic system, like especially the magic system in Mistborn, I love it. So I'm really excited to see Stormlight, but I'm also so excited to continue the story with Vin. I just love Vin so much, so I'm really excited to continue with this one. This is 763 pages. So I might be in over my head, but that's okay, because I'm excited for the challenge. I loved the exhilaration of Newts, so I really am just trying to set myself on fire this month, apparently. I have another buddy read. I'm reading Harrow the Ninth with Rebecca over at Bookworm Reflections, and we already started this in August, and we're carrying it over to September. We're finishing Act 2, and I think there's 4 acts in here, so we're getting close to about halfway, so I really don't have as much to read as I thought I did, and this book is so good. I loved Gideon the Ninth. This one, I'm feeling so lost, which I love. Like, Tamsin Muir makes you feel super lost and then ties it all together and end in a glorious way, so I'm really liking this book so far. I really like Harrow, love Gideon, so I'm excited to see where it goes, and I don't want to spoil too much in case you haven't read Gideon the Ninth, so I'm not gonna say much. And then the very last book that I have on here is a maybe. It is a very soft maybe. I'm hoping to also join Tawny Reads in another buddy read. She's also reading Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim, and I do want to read this, but we already got a lot of really big books going on, so I most likely won't get to this one, but I'll see when she's reading it and how she's doing. I know she has a really busy month going on too, and it's her birthday month, so happy birthday. So we'll see if I get to this one, but I definitely do want to read all of these. I think the page count for this is going to be a lot higher than my page count in August. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited. All of these books sound so good, and I can't wait to get to them all. So wish me luck. So yeah, a lot of these books are ones that I'm really excited to get to, books that I have been waiting to get to, and it's just so fitting for September being such a joyous month for me and reading so many books that also bring me joy. So let me know if you're participating in Bookoplathon. How did you roll? What did you get? What are you reading? I would love to know. Are you excited about yours, or does your TBR look pretty daunting too? And if you're not participating, what are you hoping to read? Are any of these books something that's appealing to you? Is anyone else participating in the Stormlight Archive read-along as well? I just want to hear about everything. Comment anything you want down below. I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great September. Bye!